Dungeon Painter and
Go, and we're live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Saber Dice, the Kharos Stones. My name is Cody, and I have some beautiful, wonderful, incredible, sexy, very sick-ly people today, which is slightly oxymoronic. We have Jacob BUDZ with XP to level 3. We, of course, have the one and only David FRIANT of Nerdarchy fame, Michael Hunt, a.k.a. unMadeGaming, Lauren B., the XMsGinjaNinja, MissGinjaNinja, and our one and only beautiful bastard behind the screen, little sick today, Fat Goblin, Guy SCLANDERS with how to be a great GM. Here with a few words about our wonderful sponsors is, I haven't told them yet. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny.
you don't wheel to spin.
Jacob, you talked.
Oh, man. Have you ever wanted to play D&D, but everybody is way too dang far away? Well, look no further to Fantasy Grounds. It's on Steam, it's on the internet, and you can play Dungeons and Dragons or whatever the hell you want on it. I think they have Starfinder on it, right? Yeah, they have like everything.
Pathfinder, Savage World.
And they have the pre-written adventures that you can load into the game, and they're super fun. And you can drag your dice onto the monsters to attack them. That's my favorite feature, and I haven't used it this entire season of Kharos Stones, but I DM'd one game last week and realized you can do that. It's the greatest thing ever. Dungeon Painter Studio. There's no other words to this one other than you want to paint dungeons in a studio, then look no further. If you're running a homebrew campaign and you're using Fantasy Grounds and you want to make maps on your own, then just go over there and paint the studios on that, and then you can bring them over to Fantasy Grounds and do the stuff. And do we have any other ones? I don't know.
No, that's it.
Thanks for subscribing to my Patreon.
There's a Patreon. I just want everybody to know I do this terribly so that Cody doesn't pick me anymore. Because I hate it.
I know we ad-lib the sponsor plugs here, but my favorite part of that whole thing was they have everything on Fantasy Grounds. They have Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder.
My favorite things was, and
Nothing else, guys.
I don't know how you can top it. It's on Steam, and it's also on the internet.
Hulu
in there, so that runs it.
You know, it's on the internet.
Those are the only two games that Jacob knows at all. Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder.
Well, he's too young, Michael. He's too young to have time to play any of the other games.
You can also change your dice colors. And you can roll them.
Loads of features.
I just got a 7.
The features don't stop.
Wait. Let me show you the greatest feature you can do. Hang on. Give me a second.
Well, no one please.
See it.
Hang on.
It's just going to be black. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
And
yeah,
you can roll 200 d20s. That's a great feature.
Can't breathe. Oh, God damn it.
Oh my god. Also, the Patreon, so we appreciate all the lovely patrons. We have some new people over in the Safer Dice fan club, and t-shirts have gone out. We have gotten some t-shirts, Dave. You might, can you
Yeah.
We realized that they're slightly...
I could lift my shirt, but I'm definitely not wearing that underneath. I probably should have.
The Kharos Stones logo is not green at all. This shows up beautiful on camera. So
Different stream. Guys, check out the page.
that's for the after dark show.
Live Jasmine.
After dark show.
Guy, I think sometimes we play D&D here, so maybe, perhaps, perchance, you would like to take it away and, I'm just thinking...
Shoot it. Take it away and
out
shoot
there,
it.
maybe play some D&D this evening.
I'm ready for my mind to be casted back.
I'm ready to play, bruv.
You ready to play? All right. You'll have to forgive my voice. It is what it is. I ran out of
sad.
You are the Eeyore of Saber Dice right now.
I'm the Eeyore. Oh, dear. All right. Well, so there we go. Just remind me what happened last week so I don't do what I did before, because last week I don't really remember much since I had just got back from the place that gave me the infection that I now suffer from.
Everybody tried to kill Gwen, right?
Cast.
We're pretty confident that Gwen is a villain.
She's a demon.
She has a demon inside of her, and she is the main campaign antagonist.
Yeah, Draxus is a god. Gwen is a villain.
Yes.
Demon.
These are all in Dante's notes.
And Lionel and Dante are going to fight with them for Vankus's soul to cleanse the world of the evil that is Gwen and Drax's. I'm pretty sure.
I'm fairly certain that was contained in the note. Yeah. My memory's a little bit vague on the last few details, but for now, I do recall that Dante and Lionel, you had found yourselves once again in the great halls of the Brotherhood and had heard the door opening, I should say, with an individual about to enter who sounds suspiciously like Jarrah, the leader of said.
Hey, Guy, I know you just did that whole thing right there. Can you reshare the map with me? Because as soon as it popped up, I closed it because I thought it wasn't. Thank you. Great.
Also, I would like to point out that I believe I was floating.
You
And
were
I was floating above the door out of sight.
That
with
does
a
make sense.
levitate spell at the moment.
I am just on the ground being myself.
So be it. Yes. All right. Not a problem. That's what you're doing.
Cool. That dude was about to come out of the door, right?
He was indeed.
That door right there. Okay. I wait for him
You wait for him.
to come out. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna give a quick little sign to Dante because he knows what it means. We've worked together before.
Yeah. I know what that means.
It's funny to watch Jacob try to figure it out.
I wait for him to come out and see what he... Oh, he's a big boy.
He's a big boy. He steps in. I don't know why the token's so big. Anyway. Jarrah is well known for all sorts of things. Now I have an image of Jerry Springer in leather, but anyway, that's on the internet. He did it. Trust me, it was in film.
I cast silence.
Through the door. You cast silence. All right, well, there we go. I'm going to come back to you as you cast silence, because now, and I have no idea how you're going to do this for everybody at home, but I hope you can. I'm sure you can. We then cast ourselves to Vankus, who had turned into a snake and had climbed up above a cave entrance, which I forgot to indicate on the map. So, Vankus, do you see where you are now?
I do.
All right. So that is the cave entrance beyond, below you, or, yeah, next to you, I suppose you could say. There is a very, very dark space here. And what you can see, and I don't... I apologize. There is the sound of singing coming from within the cave.
Now, the kid had run away from whatever was in the cave, correct?
That's correct.
I will, from above the cave entrance, kind of just like poke my head down and try and look and see.
You are in the form of a giant snake, if I recall.
I am.
That's correct. As you look into the cave, you can see that there is a cluster of... And he said there are a cluster of... there are a cluster of owlbears. Owlbears that are very familiar to you. All gathered around one another. One of them, you notice, bears a striking resemblance to the one that raised you, as a matter of fact. There is a figure standing in the middle of them, singing quietly. The figure looks to be a girl, someone maybe aged 9 or 10, somewhere around there. You're not entirely sure, and she is the one who is singing. Give me a perception check, if you please.
That is a thing I can do. I would love to do that thing. 17.
As she's singing, the one owlbear drops to its elbows and knees, I suppose you could say, and you can see the great big chunks of its skin is slowly sloughing off of it as it appears to be dying in front of her. I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Because inside... Where the hell is it? Here. I even hear someone. Inside the temple or space, wherever they happen to be. Draxus, you watch as Gwen climbs into the coffin and then pulls the lid shut. Is that correct? That was the last thing that you did, is that just to be 100% sure?
Well, I didn't watch anything because I can't see.
You can't see. Everything is dark. That's right.
But she told me that's what she was doing.
Gwen, that's what you did. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. As soon as that lid is closed, the entire area lights up for you, Draxus.
Oh, how convenient.
Yes. You are no longer standing alone. There is an individual standing next to you. And he is dressed in fairly decent clothing. Not too shabby. Silks. I'm going to use this token just to represent him. Silks and things. And he gives you a polite nod. I am glad that you are finally here, Draxus, and that we can speak alone.
Do I recognize this person and or voice?
Now that you look at the robes, you can see there are glyphs.
Hard, man.
Yeah. You can see there are glyphs inscribed all over his robes that match almost equally the tattoos all over your scales.
Well, shit. All right.
There has been such chaos and pandemonium since we first joined. We've had little chance to actually chat. And with that insufferable creature gone now, we are free to talk at our leisure.
Don't you dare say the donkey is insufferable. He's my favorite person on the ship.
You know, Draxus, that's what I like about you. It doesn't matter how much your companions sacrifice for you, you still don't appreciate them. It's an admirable quality. It means you won't get hurt when they're gone.
Right, yeah. Usually because they're gone to stop me from getting hurt. It's worked out really well in the past. Except for the bean one. That was an inconvenience. I said run. It was the whole thing. You were there.
Yes. An inconvenience or an opportunity, I'm not entirely sure which. But it is on that matter that I have come to speak with you.
Draxus walks over to the lid of the second sarcophagus now that he can see it and just kind of casually sits and crosses one scaly leg over the other leg. Says,
by all means.
Gwen, you close the lid of the coffin because the party's only split in, 5 ways now? 4 ways? Makes sense. As the lid closes, the darkness is suddenly replaced by a brilliant white light and a very familiar presence in very sad and regrettable tones, which I don't think I can get, unfortunately, says, I am so sorry, my daughter, that you have been put through all of this.
I'm trying. I'm doing my best. They're suspicious of me.
It is not for much longer that you will have to suffer this world or its inhabitants. But you must be strong.
It's hard every day. It's a little bit harder to hold it back.
Your patience will be rewarded. I can assure you, once this task is complete, you can return to your mother and I.
I look forward to it. I will honor you.
Lionel and Dante.
Oh my god.
What?
Nothing. Right, we're not metagaming.
Yeah, we're in a what? Where are we? Yeah, in a place. There's a guy.
I gave you this
silence.
I gave you the signal for silence, which is apparently
okay. What's the area on silence? Where are you putting it?
I'm gonna put it right all over this door. It's a 20-foot radius sphere, so I want to get a good portion of this room, but also some of the hallway. Did he shut the door behind him?
He did, as a matter of fact.
Good. Fuck Jarrah. Fuck Jarrah in his fat face. Let's destroy him. He has no idea what he just walked into.
Yeah. However, before when you cast silence, I would like to simultaneously step back so I'm not in the silence range and cast a hold person on him.
Wow. Okay. Well, we're in initiative now, so this is how it's going to work. We're going to bounce across all the different planes.
Sounds good. All the different planes.
It really is. I mean, that's what it is. I'm hoping that this is going to help you.
It's like Lord of the Rings. Or Game of Thrones.
All right. So, Lionel, you throw out your silence spell. There is no save against that. The entire area is simply silenced. Let me do this.
Yeah, I'm ready to spring into an attack.
How big is the silence spell? It's 20 foot by 20 foot, correct?
It's 40 across.
40 across?
It's 20-foot radius sphere.
Look.
It's a sphere. All right. And you landed it on, where's the epicenter?
Let's just say it's square behind Dante. Square to the right of Dante. And
that's the epicenter.
And it's going to go 20 feet in all directions from that.
All right. So 5, 10, 15, 20. All right. So like to here.
All right. What spells don't require verbal? I'm a bard, so all of them.
He's not looking at me, right?
Not at the moment.
Okay. I want to levitate down just enough that I can hold the door closed until I can spring into an attack. I mean, if you're not going to let me attack this round, I want to... Right. Yep. So I want to... I don't want him to immediately figure out what's going on, turn around and open the door and run away. So I want to...
Gotcha.
But I also want to try to stay as hidden as possible. So I only want to lower enough to just let him walk past me, shift about halfway down in front of the door with my levitate so that I can attack him as an unseen attacker next round.
Perfect. All right. I am hoping that you can see the pen mark that indicates the radius of that spell. Perfect. That's what you are doing to the top of the round. This does not take us to where it should be because I did not load that into the thing. We didn't do the thing. So that little girl that you were looking at, Vankus.
So I get the impression that she's harming the owlbears.
Yes, but the more that you look at her, the more you realize that the little girl is actually not a little girl, but is an actual fact Rakthul himself.
So how far into the cave is she?
5, 10, 20 feet.
Sorry, I have that in front of me. Okay, so I could have just looked. Gotcha. So I actually do have a climb speed. So I want to slither along the top of the cave.
Sure.
And then drop down on Rakthul.
Absolutely not a problem. You can move your token.
All right.
Well, sorry, hang on. I'm going on initiative here, so this is actually Rakthul's turn. So yeah, he drops the first owlbear, kind of drops to its knees, looks quite badly injured. It's not doing it. It's not doing it. I thought it was going to switch between the maps. Damn it! All right, so Jarrah is taking his action. He doesn't know what the hell is going on, so silence has gone off.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here's the tricky thing about silence is that spells that require verbal shit. So I can't. So like he and I can't cast any more verbal spells because they won't go off because it's silent.
You know what? He's just going to try and hit you then.
He just walks out. It's completely quiet. He just decks us in the face.
Like no crickets.
It's so great. I love it so much.
He sees you, Dante. Sees the silence is going on. Lionel, you're not hiding. You're floating.
I would. So they're both concentration. So I would float all the way down to the floor. Hopefully, pinned to the wall behind him so that he doesn't see me. And he can't hear me if my feet touch the ground because it's silent.
Sure.
So I'm hoping to be unseen.
I'm willing to take the punch. His face.
Sure. Let's see if he sees you or not. I think he might. Yeah, he sees you, but he kind of gets an idea straight away of what's going on. You don't get to be leader of the Brotherhood and not be suspicious of.
Oh my God, his name's Jarrah Sprunger, like Jerry's. Yeah. I just noticed that. Oh my God. Oh, that's so great. Okay, continue. Yep.
We're gonna fuck his day, dude.
Ow!
He hits you.
My health.
As he does so, he's using a very small dagger, which slides out from his wrist. He shanked you, basically, for 12 damage.
Ooh. Best part is you let it happen. He walked across a room and stabbed you. And you just...
Yeah. All right, that's what he's doing. Dante, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm going to... Oh, man.
You're going to motorboat him?
Wrong show, guy.
Come here, Jerry Springer. I look at Lionel and I look for one facial response. What is it? Okay. I pull out my axe and I attack him with the great weapon master. No, I don't want to fucking kill him. I forgot. I'm gonna run over here and I'll take the attack of opportunity.
Okay. He will not take that opportunity attack. He gets 12. He misses.
Fuck you. Yep, that's cool. And I'm going to cast Hold Person. And as soon as I come outside of the silence, I pull one of my guitar strings and I just go, ding, 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 and I just start stringing it and I throw it into the air and try to wrap him in the coils of it.
Love it. And that's a wisdom save, right?
Wisdom save. He'll probably beat it. He sure did.
Jesus Christ. Oh God, he's getting +7 to saves. Jacob, abort! Abort!
my save is a 13. He just needs to roll it. 6. That's insane.
Which means he has a what percentage to pass?
I'll leave you to
75?
do that,
70? Really? 75? That's high. Jeez.
This owlbear tries to drag itself away from Rakthul. As Rakthul, you realize the song is actually this black smoke that is slowly emanating from his armor, his very red armor. And the black smoke, as it's sort of touching these owlbears, is just damaging them beyond comprehension. So they seem to be almost drawn towards you, Vankus, as that's going on.
So what kind of armor is he wearing?
It's a red plate mail armor that is
smoking.
Now leaking smoke, yes.
Huh. Well, Vankus isn't really that smart. He's going to attempt to drop down on him.
Sure, I'll come to you now. Back inside the tomb.
Oh boy.
The figure is looking at you, Draxus. So, I've had a thought as to our little agreement.
Another one.
A modification, should we say.
Another one.
Well, phrase it how you will. You do still owe me for bringing back your friend.
Kind of. You didn't bring back my friend. You brought back one of yours.
As a matter of fact, you'd be surprised on that front.
Sounds like we both lost on that deal.
Yeah. However, we can both salvage this contrivance if we work together.
Okay. I'm all ears.
I want you to cast your mind back to your life before you found me, Draxus.
Mm-hmm. It was a simpler time. I was a young doctor professor.
You were a 2-bit gutter snipe who was peddling historical irrelevancies to anyone who would give you coin.
And a doctor professor.
Yes, well, call it what you will. You're a glorified grave robber and not very good at it either.
I was okay. Found you, didn't I?
Yes. You did. It was a lot of effort to get you to find me, let me tell you. But eventually you found me, and together we have been very successful.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
I have an offer for you, which I believe would be very tempting, and I think you would be foolish to resist.
Go on. I'd love to hear it. I literally can't go anywhere else.
No, you can't, can you? He says. Vankus, you drop down finally onto Rekthul.
Yeah.
Are you attacking? Or what are you?
Yeah, I am definitely going to try and attack him, but the Saver Dice 4 holds true. Rocking it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
You landed a giant pile of coils glistening and gleaming in the dim light in the undersphere.
I will hiss menacingly at him.
You hiss menacingly at him. He looks down at you with his flaming skull and simply smiles. Or maybe grimaces, or perhaps he's slightly perturbed. You're not sure. It's a skull. It has no facial expressions.
Skulls
Drax,
look impressed.
back to you. I'm offering you the chance to remake everything.
Now, when you say everything, you mean...
Everything.
And the price of that is...
Simply doing what you are currently set to do.
Right, but I can't do that if I give you the heart.
I no longer want the heart.
Would you... Okay. Okay.
I want you to forge the heart. We did not know what those sneaky, ill-named wizards of Var...
Oh my God, the names are awful.
I know, right?
Roger. Alice. I have
And they
two
call
X's in
them
my name. Are you kidding me? Regardless.
We learned information in that temple. We made a new friend as well, whilst you were busy.
The naked one or the skull one? There was a third.
It does not matter. All I need to know is that when it comes time to reforge the heart, that you write the correct name upon it.
And that is...
Gwen, you are standing in this white space. There is a great task ahead of you, my daughter. And you will be forced to choose between those that you may have come to be affectionate for and your own destiny. Are you prepared?
I am.
What your companions are going to do remains a mystery to all of us, including those who claim to be able to tell the future. The decision that you... Indeed. The decision that you hold in your hands will either be to restore what was or to bring about something new. We did not part on good terms when we last spoke, and I would hope that your expulsion from our number has not soured your relations to us.
It's not the first time I've been sent to clean up your messes. I only see this going one way.
Need I ask which direction it is going? Back to you, Lionel. There is a very quiet battle going on here.
I'm going to stab the shit out of this guy. That's an advantage, right? Because wait, he's not held.
He's not held.
Okie dokie. Yeah, let me just stab him. Stabbity stab stab. Stab Stabberson. Does 15 hit?
Did you roll on him? Sorry.
I did not. I just rolled a 15.
Wow, the greatest feature Fantasy Grounds, and you're not even using it.
15 does not hit. No.
I'm using the hotkeys, Jacob.
Wow, stupid.
That doesn't hit. I am in trouble.
You can drag your hotkeys.
Going to do nothing.
What?
I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to attack. Oh, wait, I have an offhand. I'm sorry. I have a dagger. Ka-chow.
Outstanding move.
Yeah, 10 does not hit. I swipe at him twice in complete silence after dropping down stealthily from the roof, and I fail miserably. That's what I got.
You succeeded that. Rakthul is going to attack you, Vankus. He pulls out this massive flaming sword. Where are the stones? He simply says as he swipes wildly at you and misses his first attack.
Oh, no, that hits.
He hits on the second attack.
No, they both hit.
The 14 hits?
Yes.
Oof.
I'm a snake. I'm a big snake.
In which case you take a massive 4 on the first attack. And another 6 on the second attack. As he does that, Jarrah turns around and looks at you, Barnabas, and this smile spreads across his face.
Wait, did you mean to say Barnabas?
Sorry, why am I saying Barnabas? Sorry, Lionel.
Cody just got so excited.
I know. I love Lionel, but I love Barnabas.
Now you know.
Now you know how it feels.
Plot twist of the century.
It hurts.
Sorry. No,
I look at him and I kind of shrug and smile. I would give him some dialogue, but, silence.
Silence. So he just basically tries to punch you in the face.
You shrug in vaguely Jamaican.
Shrugs in Jamaican.
He hits you on a 14.
I lean into the punch to intimidate him.
Sure, you take only 5 points of damage because he literally just punched you.
It's completely silent, and I spit blood on the floor.
All right. He then tries to punch you again.
I also lean into this one.
That's
Hard.
a natural 20. So you really lean into this one.
Fucking A, man.
You take 9 points of damage.
Concentration check.
Oh, yeah, both of those. Let's see. Those are cons. Ka-chow, first one.
No!
I have lucky. I have lucky, so I'll use lucky.
Oh, thank God.
Sure.
Let's try that again. That passes the... Yep. And there's for the second one. I passed that also. So
right.
silence is still here.
Yeah, I need you to give me a strength check, if you please.
Neat.
Oh, fuck.
A 12.
Oh, fuck.
12. He got an 18. He pushes you back 10 feet. He's trying to push you out of the silence spell. That's very obviously what he's trying to do. Dante?
Ah, fuck. I run in. I get down. Can I flank here?
Yep.
I'm gonna run in. And it's as I'm running, it's like clank, clank, and then it's silence completely. So it's just pure silence as I pull out my great axe, and I'm going to swing right into the back of his knees. And I'm going to Great Weapon Master that one. Let me go to my actions real fast. I'm going to get a -5 to this one. But is yours advantage or is it +2 for flanking?
I think I've gone +2 in the past.
Okay, so let's do that. So only a -3. Not a -33 Fantasy Grounds, just a -3.
Just a minute.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, wait, you're not a halfling.
I have extra attack, so I'll do that again.
This is really like watching a bunch of clowns have a battle with a bear.
They're barbs.
God
That's
damn
pretty
it!
much what this is.
That's literally what it is. Yeah.
We thought we had a really great plan to sneak up and surprise him, and he surprised us.
He just goes like this. He's like,
He cast a spell. It doesn't work.
and he runs in. And he's just in complete silence, trying to kill him, and he's just really dodgy with his knees.
Apparently, that's what it is. The first owlbear completely dissolves away from these black tendrils. The second one starts to limp out of the cave as far as it can. Back to the lost temple. The name Draxus that I want you to write on the heart, it will release a power that we are all familiar with, and that will give you and me the ability to reshape worlds.
And it is.
His reputation has been somewhat sullied in the past.
You're really drawing this out. What's the name?
Gershul, God of Oblivion.
Oh, just him.
Well, you do need to destroy everything first before you can recreate it.
I mean, it looks like someone did a pretty good job of that, floating rocks.
Exactly. Not very smart. And only one rather miserable planet. Imagine what you could do if you were sitting at the right hand of the new maker.
Right hand, huh? What happens to everything that currently exists?
Well, Draxus, I would imagine that a man of your intellect would be able to understand that it has to cease, obviously. It is a trifle, however, in comparison to the creative opportunities that reforging an entire universe brings with it, surely.
And that power comes with the ability to bring back those you couldn't.
If you so choose to create a planet populated entirely by the one that you seem so infatuated with, I don't see why our Lord would stop that from happening.
Wait. So if I sit at the Lord of Destruction's right hand, where do you sit?
Naturally, on his left. Unless you prefer swapsies, in which case I don't mind. I'm Ambi.
No, I'm a righty anyway. It's fine.
Vankus. Because I got to get out of that conversation. It went south real quick.
Literally.
Guy, you literally said, Mike, take us wherever you want. What did you expect?
That was a private conversation before the stream, obviously.
Vankus, what are you doing?
Oh, you know what? I just want to try and save the remaining owlbear, so I'm going to try and tangle this guy up again.
Sure thing.
It's okay, Dave. Let's just all die and start the next campaign.
Just start the next one. So, slithering around for a 13, probably not going to do it.
That's a grapple check, right?
Don't worry, I'm going to create.
No, it's an attack.
Are you trying to hit him? No, I'm afraid that does not hit him.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
Got him right where I want him.
Right where you want him. Draxus, you're up next on the initiative. I'm not going to come back to you. It's a silly conversation anyway. I'm going to Gwen instead. So, will you be with us, daughter?
Why do you want so badly to create something completely new?
It is to protect what we have. To forgive the past. And to ensure a future for all. Is that not
really?
Is that not your purpose?
Lately, my purpose seems to be whatever you deem it to be. What about us makes us deserving to continue on and start something new and exciting, and it just ends for them?
This debate of yours that you constantly raise, this is why you were expelled in the first place. It's time to move on. We are much more than the collections of peoples that run around on that planet. Theirs are trifles, and they seek to try and control us. This cannot be allowed to come to pass. Surely even you can agree to that.
I think if you create something beautiful and ugly at the same time, something that's constantly changing, who are you to end that? I'll make my decision.
Their maker. We brought them into existence, and we will take them out of it if we so choose. We will not be dictated to by some insignificant collection of dust.
I've seen more hope in that group than I have in the millennia of being cast to these worlds to make these decisions. I'll make my decision when it's time. And she's going to slide the sarcophagus top off.
Lionel.
I stab him right in the face.
Our part's so awful in comparison.
Wait, tip number 33.
This will be a +2 to it, correct? So that's a 22.
The hit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw some of that rapier damage. With a 1. Woo! And then I'm gonna go ahead and push a bardic inspiration into that.
Sure.
Another, I think it's 3d6. I just want to confirm that super quick. And all this, of course, is still naturally completely in silence.
Yes.
So
it is the ultimate irony that the bard battle is happening in silence. It's
another 3d6. I can't drag that onto him, so there's another 12 damage. And I'll follow that up with a dagger attack. 14 plus 2 is 16.
That's a hit.
And I will throw another whopping 3 points of damage against that.
All right.
That's what I got for him.
That's what you got for him. All right.
It's about how Lionel feels right now. Oh, great.
Yeah. You slice, jab, and slice. Doing your thing. Rakthul attacks the snake at his feet. And he just continuously is repeating the phrase, "Where are the stones?"
What a dick.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
He hits you for 6 points damage in his first attack. His second attack is another hit.
Oh, fuck.
For 6 points damage. You're still alive, right?
I am still alive. Yep.
Good. Jarrah doesn't even acknowledge you, Dante. Oh, is that what you're doing? That's what you're doing? Yeah, he ejects that shank from his wrist again, and he tries to stab it in your face, Lionel. That's a hit.
Yeah, that's not going to go great for me. Just curious, is there a door or a window that I can jump out of?
There is a door directly behind you, yes.
From this room? Okay.
There is indeed.
Not looking great.
No, so that's 9 points of damage.
Let me make my con save real quick.
Right.
My con check. That is a fail, so silence dissipates.
And then he swings at you with his fist. He does not realize that this has happened. That's another hit.
Look at the sound as dissipates the shit.
Hey, you just... Just grunts.
And he smacks you for 10 points of damage. Give me a strength save, please.
I'm bleeding everywhere, bruv.
A straight save or check, sir?
Oh, check. It's a save. Doesn't really matter, though. You rolled a natural 20.
I could have rolled a natural 20. That's
You
all right.
could have. You didn't.
12.
He now
12.
pushes you out of the zone of silence, which no longer exists.
Right, oh, 10 feet, right? Or is it 5 feet or 10 feet?
10 feet. So.
Okay, yeah, so 10 feet.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, he pushes you forward, and as he finishes his swing, he looks down. I had expected so much more from you. You know that, Dante.
As soon as he says that, half-orc comes barreling forward, right, trying to get right next to him. And I want to try to get right here. I know he's not actually large, but I want to try to get up against the wall right there.
Not a problem.
If I can do that.
Yep, you can.
Cool. And then I explode and I cast Thunderwave.
Boom.
And I'm casting that at 2nd level.
Is that a loud spell, Dante?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking loud.
Great.
And I need him to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
it was
shoot.
almost a 1. It was almost a 1, and then it rolled over.
I can't drag spell damage at higher levels to the dude, so I'm just going to put it in the
That's
thing.
right.
But he takes half of this, and he doesn't go flying. Oh, fuck.
Wow.
So 9 thunder damage. That would have been great if you would have failed.
It would have been. Absolutely. Give me a perception check, both of you, please, as he staggers backwards slightly.
Sure.
That did not roll perception. 1 second.
Dante
Perception.
sees nothing.
21.
Nice. As he staggers backwards, you can see that
I'm
his
dying?
tattoo. What?
I'm teasing,
He
guys.
said,
I'm sorry.
I'm dying.
You can see that I'm dying. Yeah.
That you're dying? Yeah. That's entirely true. As he staggers backwards, you can see that he has that same Brotherhood tattoo, which theoretically all members of the Brotherhood have. And what it seems to be doing is it seems to be pulsing with a certain amount of magical energy. This is inscribed just over his left chest area. You're not entirely sure what it's doing, but it certainly seems to be pulsing. And every time it pulses, his muscles seem to be sort of getting a little bit stronger, a little bit bigger, a little bit better.
Oh, shoot.
Is this on his breasts or is this up and down his arm?
No, it's just on his left breast, right at the top. This is the big tattoo.
As I do that, I kind of stand up and look straight at him, and I'm talking to Lionel as I look at him, but I'm kind of just giving him this glare, and I turn it over to Lionel and say, "Come on, you can't die today, you idiot!" And I'm giving you a bardic inspiration.
Neat. I'll take it. Thank you.
Nice.
I'm Valor Bard. You can use that on a damage and AC as a reaction, or not
Awesome.
even as a reaction. Just if you get hit, you can add it to your armor class.
The owlbear comes barreling past you, Vankus, and tries to slam into Rakthul, and it misses with its first attack, and then it tries to claw him and misses as well. Although it's taking damage from the black sort of the black vapor and stuff that's spilling out of his armor, it doesn't look as if it's willing to leave your side whilst Rakthul is still standing. So that's what you're seeing there. Back in the Lost Temple. So are we agreed then, Draxus, that this is the right course of action to take?
I mean, unlimited power, fix everything back the way it was. Yeah, it seems better than what the shithole is now.
On that case, and as he's about to say that, the coffin lid opens up and he vanishes.
How was it?
Listen, I've been in some creepy places and seen some messed up shit. That was the worst. That was absolutely the worst. Don't ever let me...
Darkness, you screamed the whole time, or...
Yeah, no, it was fine. I just panicked as soon as I got on there.
Oh, okay.
Were you
Wasn't sure if that was
talking to somebody?
one or this one was a panic one. Just myself pondering thoughts. You know how it is. I was bored, waiting for you to get out of there.
It smells in there, so she just climbs out of it.
Yeah,
and
I
shuts the
put a
lid.
lady in there, and the lady was a dude. And then we killed the dude subsequently. But there was a lot of terror. There might have been pee. That was months ago. It's a long story. The exit's this way.
Thank you for telling me that before I got in. I appreciate that.
You know, I wasn't sure if we were in the same place, but all the lights turned on once you got in, so definitely the same place. Anyway, exit's over here.
And he starts to walk down the stairs on his turn.
She'll follow.
Back to you, Vankus.
I will try and insert myself between Rathul and the owlbear, and I will, raise up to my full height and look down on Rathul. And I'm also going to use a bonus action to get 15 hit points back.
It's like the battle of like gods over on Venkas's side, and we're just being idiots. It's like the coolest.
I don't know about that. I keep missing him, and I will try and. I guess I can't roll on him. So that's an 18 to try and coil him up again.
That's a miss. Sadly,
right. Spinning around him, doing nothing. Perfect. Hissing, menacing.
Just sort of hissing and menacing.
Yeah.
All right, Drax and Gwen, you guys are just heading towards the exit. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna then jump
This is the same temple, right? The exit is the giant hole that pours out.
exactly the same temple, only it doesn't look nearly as wet as when you were last here.
Hey, that's from the first game.
Also, there was a giant hole where the water was pouring out.
Yeah, this place doesn't look nearly like there was any water ever having moved through here at all. But yeah, nonetheless, that's what you guys are doing. Back to you, Lionel. The Battle of the Titans.
Yeah, Battle of the Titans is all right. Man, I don't see any other thing to do than to try to... I know we don't really have called shots, but I want to try to... how much of this tattoo can I see here?
All of it.
He's like shirtless.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I Zorro him. And I'm going to try to right through there with my rapier.
You swipe at him. Give me your attack. Please hit him.
Ciao! I'm going to use a luck point to reroll that.
Yay. Come on, Lucky.
Come on, Lucky.
I'm going to use my Bardic Inspiration.
There you go.
Which is an 8.
D8.
God, dude, this is like a... yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Oh, fuck
finally.
yes!
Okay.
Bardic Inspiration works!
I'm going... Whoops, that's the... let's throw damage. So I'm going to try to damage that. So 9. I'm also going to throw in my Psychic Blades for an extra 3d6 psychic damage, which is not reduced, for another 14.
Nice.
Oh my goodness, that's fantastic.
Then I'm going to slide up to him with my dagger. This, by the way, I assume I moved up here to attack him.
Sure.
I'm going to slide up to him with my dagger on my bonus action and hit him again.
Oh, bury it.
And slap in another 4 damage.
Nice.
There you go. All right. What you have successfully managed to do is you've rendered the flesh over the tattoo, and as it's being cut, the blood that starts pouring out of it is black.
I'm so disappointed. You could have been so much more than this. And kind of mock him
Yeah,
back
well,
a
we've
little
all got
bit.
to make concessions, right? As this black blood is pouring out of him, his muscles start to shrink down in size, and you can see that his veins, instead of bulging, are now starting to also turn black. Rakthul, however, is not in any shape or form in any danger. So he swipes at you, Vankus. Hits on his first attack.
Oh, God.
You're okay. So that's more damage to you as he slices in there. His second attack is going to be towards the owlbear. simply because it's annoying him. That's also a hit.
Guy, would you allow me to use my reaction to intercede
Sure.
and take the hit?
You want to take the hit?
Yeah, if I can.
Yeah, absolutely. You throw yourself in front of that and you take 5 points of damage, protecting the owlbear from 5 points of damage. Jarrah is not happy with you at all, Lionel or you, Dante. And so he tries to drive that spear, the shank, I should say,
I'm about to go down.
as far as he can into your
Is
face.
he about to attack Lionel?
He is indeed.
I'm gonna look at him and say, if you want him, you got to get through me first.
As you wish. And he just tries to jab in your face.
That's fine.
He hits an armor class of 15, which is a hit.
Ouchies. Ah!
Damage.
I'm fine.
Wow. Thanks, bro.
You're welcome.
That's his actions done, Dante.
You have 6 health. I saved your ass. I am going to.
It would have been smarter to let me go down.
Nope,
Just
it would
healing word me
not.
back up.
It would not.
Then you did take the 18.
Shut the fuck up. I'm going to. Can I get around him so I can get that sweet flanking bonus?
Yes, you can.
Sweet. I'm going to Great Weapon Master 2 attacks. Beep, 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 beep. Where is my? There it is. And it's a -3 to my actions, which is where the great axe is. Suck my dick!
Dude.
Yeah!
That's a hit.
And then second one. Shit. All right, 1 hits.
Not so good.
It's okay. Take that.
Whoa! Dude! Max damage!
And then I healing word Lionel.
Don't. Okay. I will take it.
There you go. There you go.
It's a little doot of damage that is healed.
That is healed. The owlbear now makes its attacks. Tries to bite Rekthul. Gets a natural 20. Which
Nice.
is what you're looking for. with
Nice.
that
Great.
damage. And does 18 points of damage.
At least one of us has got something going on.
Good job, Owlbear.
The
job,
claws for Rekthul. Another hit with its claw.
Owlbears are awesome.
Man, Guy's great at hitting.
For another 10 points of damage. Yeah, I'm just going to go and play with myself in the corner because that's the only way I did any action. Back down
That's
to
definitely the After Dark show.
That's a quote.
In a
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, we know. We can see it.
Action. All right, there goes the voice. Right, Vankus, you're up.
Your mother would be so disappointed.
All right, jumping in there. I feel inspired by this snake. I mean, by this owlbear. And I will try and get him again. 20. Finally. So that's going to be 16 points of damage, and he is grappled.
16 points of damage. That is fantastic. And he is grappled.
Nice.
All right. Very nice. Just add that condition to him.
Restrained is the condition.
Restrained?
Yes.
Sure.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's grappled, and until this grapple ends, the creature is restrained.
Nice. Draxus, and this is going to be for Draxus and Gwen. You are heading towards that hole in the wall where you previously all ejected. Is that where you're heading?
I mean, there was the hole, and there was also the passage that Vilix closed. I have the Amber module now because we killed Vilix and I took it.
That's right.
I would just open that and find there has to be a way that he also got out.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would be headed towards that one.
As the two of you walk into this final chamber, on your way towards the space that he escaped from, there is not a hole in the wall, but the whole side of the wall is It appears as if the metal paneling is now transparent. And laid bare before the two of you is what looks to be a stellar nursery. There are gaseous nebulas extending off in all different directions. And in front of you, this massive form of rock slams into another piece of rock and for a moment superheats. But then more rock forms around it, and slowly a planet is formed in front of your eyes. Dozens more are appearing here and there. And then occasionally one or two of these planets just explodes out in a shower of light and color, sometimes impacting on one another, sometimes not. You're both seeing this.
That's a new feature of this cave.
Oh, what? Yeah, it's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, this used to be a hole that dumped out into the undersphere.
Okay.
That's very much not the undersphere.
Yeah, if you didn't notice, we entered a tower and now we're back somewhere where you've apparently been before. So
Yeah, but when I was here, it wasn't in the astral
yeah.
sea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's no air in the astral sea, from what I understand.
Mm-hmm. That's how that works.
And he puts the thing on the wall and turns the amber module.
She just shrugs and follows him up. She's not impressed.
So you turn the amber module, the door slides open next to you, of course, and the corridor is revealed for you then to continue down that. Are you going to do that as well?
Yes.
All right, the two of you step away from this cosmic splendor, and we move on to Lionel.
I continue to attack and mock. That's a thing. So rapier.
Do you have vicious mockery?
That's a crit.
That's beautiful.
I'm gonna feed another of my psychic blades into that, so that's gonna be 66 plus damage. So first off, let's throw that. That's a measly little 7 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should have one more of those. So for another 21 points of damage, there's 28 damage to him.
Nice.
As I drive this in and psychically force this energy into my blade, and then I'm gonna follow that up with a dagger to his throat to hopefully finish him off.
You know, I never did like you. That's a hit.
Shh. And I'm going to try to, like, slash up at his face and throat. Obviously, don't kill him, but that did not drop that on him. Let's try that one more time. Ka-chow! For another 2 points of damage.
Blood sprays everywhere as you
I
are
don't care what you like, bruv. You're going to die here.
back to Rakthul. He looks at you, Vankus. He swipes. Why is he doing it with advantage? He doesn't have advantage.
Nope, he's got disadvantage.
He has disadvantage because he is restrained. That's correct. Grunts in frustration and tries again.
That's a hit on me anyway. The 11 misses, but the 15 hit.
Oh, the 15 is still a hit?
Absolutely.
For a measly 4 damage, as it's difficult for him to actually maneuver and deal any significant strength to his blows. Barnabas, you are...
Barnabas again?
Why do I call you Barnabas?
I know why.
map-
Because you
map's
named the map
called
Barnabas because you planned
The name of the
something
map
and then
is
we got
Barnabas.
Barnabas
My
killed.
apologies. I'm so sorry. I bet on the thing.
Yes, Bean.
Yeah. The Jarrah looks at you straight in the eyes, and all he says is, I mean, for the love of God, 3 people, do you have any idea how much effort that must have taken? I applaud you for that, but that was really all that you were good at, let's be honest. And he now tries to punch you, which he does. He hits you.
Yeah, I got 9 life. Let's see. He does 9 damage. Okay.
And then he tries to... he looks at Lionel dropping to the floor. He turns to you, Dante. Hey, Dante, we can be friends. Let's be honest. I mean, you're not really with this guy. Are you? I mean, seriously, 3 relationships beforehand and none of them worked out? You're hedging your bets on that? Done to what you're doing.
Oh my god.
He like, it's like so many things that he's just told at me, and he just, and he points over at Lionel, and he's like, get the fuck up! And he casts Healing Word on him again. Boop.
Oh look, I'm no longer unconscious. Thanks, bud.
You're welcome. And I go, yeah, I guess so. I don't know, it's better than you. And I am going to double Great Weapon Master attack this guy. I'm assuming I'm not flanking anymore because Lionel just went unconscious. All right. Let's see if I can actually hit. Boop. Nope. You know, I'm just going to do regular attack, not Great Weapon Master on the second one. Boop.
Regular attacks a hit.
There we go. It sucks.
Still good damage.
Yep. And yeah, I just as I keep attacking him, and I say, look, you might as well just give up. There's 2 of us. There's 1 of you. You're going to die. I don't think you want your beautiful face to be covered in blood, do you?
If that's an option, the owlbear strikes at Draxul and hits.
Rathul's going to fucking die to owlbears.
And takes 12 damage. It then tries to claw at Raxul.
Oh my god.
On a natural 20. I did not intend for this to happen, Vankus. It just decapitates Raxul. And
I'll take a W any way I can get it.
That green skull spirals through the air and lands, bounces twice on the stone, and then the whole thing just vaporizes and the metal armor falls to the dust. His last words are, "Oh, not again." As
when your BBEG dies to owlbears.
And then beams fall out of nowhere.
The other owlbear was totally melted, right?
Yeah, the other owlbear is totally gone.
All you had to do, Dave, was take 1 hit for the owlbear, and then it just took over. That's it.
That's it. Realize your
Jegs falls onto him and he dies. This is a reversal.
You're up. The owlbear is very badly wounded.
I will burn a 3rd level spell into the owlbear. Cure wounds.
Sure
I
thing.
thought you were branding it as yours now.
Yeah. So he gets back 12 hit points as I resume my Vankus form.
All right. The owlbear looks up at you and seems to recognize who you are. And with that soothing sound, which I can't do.
Vankus will kind of like, embrace the owlbear as he takes his human form and heal him. And he looks over at the other one and begins sobbing.
The owlbear returns your embrace and says, "You have returned to your people. You have arrived just in time, for there is a great need, Brother Vankus. We hope you are our salvation."
I'm kind of startled and taken aback because the owlbears don't talk.
Sure.
Father Owlbear, you speak. Like, really speak.
We are all but vehicles for greater things at play, are we not?
I guess so. I just been trying to help Draxus fix things, I think.
All our spirits are interconnected, Vankus.
What is this place? It looks like the Undersphere where you found me before, but you couldn't talk then. And I don't understand why this Rathul creature was here. I'm confused.
You have returned to your roots. You must now decide in which direction to grow.
Well, will you come with me?
Where you are going. I cannot.
So-
Drax, you and Gwen get to the exit of the temple. As you do so, sorry, this is sections that you have not seen before. But as you do so, you open up the final door. And it looks as if you can look out over the Tower of Va. The wizards are all lying in heaps, bleeding rather badly. And striding across the main entrance chamber, that circular chamber, you can see that bloke, Lord Slythen, is now making for the double doors to exit. He seems to be quite alone. That's what the two of you are seeing from this doorway as you sort of look in.
Hey, I know that that guy's probably like a really bad guy, and we should probably, I don't know, stop him or whatever. But also, the mages are dead. I don't think he's that strong. How did we get here? And where's everyone else?
The only thing I can think is maybe if we head back to where we went in initially.
In the temple down there or in this one?
In the temple down there, otherwise we would have just gone back the way we came.
Yeah, I don't know. But where's everyone else? You think they're down there?
I think there's somewhere in this area. They were just sent to another room for whatever reason.
Yeah, this isn't a room, though. We're floating in the ether. And they're dead, so who's strong enough to put us here?
I mean, we are trying to put back together the heart of Brax, no?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think there's something strong enough out there to have moved us here?
That's what I'm
Also,
considering.
does it matter at this point, or should we just get back to them?
They're probably fine.
Also, you can fly.
Yeah.
Would you care to get us down there?
Oh, no, I can fly. You're heavy. I could sink slowly, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
The option where we don't both die. I know you only care about yourself, and I know it's very difficult for you to actually consider anyone else, but I'd like to not die, if that's possible.
We can try.
And he puts a hand out.
She'll grab, like, his arm.
And I
So they can both, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I cast fly and step off the edge and see what happens.
Lionel.
I stand up.
you're a splat. No, I'm just kidding.
I stand up with half my movement speed. Because it's 5th edition. And I try to run him through from the backside now.
There was talk of surrender here. I mean...
Oh, wait, Lionel, wait.
I'm pretty sure he just knocked me out with blood magic.
Yeah, but hang on. All right, I know. I just hang on.
You should listen to bitch number 4, Lionel. Clearly much more improved on the other 3.
No, why'd you have to say that, buddy?
So here's what I'm gonna do. Can I juke him out? So I want to feint him. I'm going to I've got my dagger in my left hand, and I'm gonna kind of just fine, and I'm gonna toss the dagger down to the floor, and then I'm gonna step into him with my rapier, pull the second dagger out, and stab him twice.
Okay, give me a deception check.
Okay.
Cody's playing Starfinder now.
I have a +7 to deception. No! I will use my last luck point. I've used it 2, right? I've used 2. Okay. I will use my last luck point. Okay, a 15.
15.
Jesus.
15.
I fucking won again.
Oh,
He doesn't fall for it.
That's all right. I stab it. He stab him. Okay, so that's damage. Let's do attack. Chow! As I stab him. Fuck. That's a 12. And I'm going to follow that through with my dagger for a 13. Okay, Fantasy Grounds, now you listen to me, damn it. You killed Barnabas like this. I'm not going to let you do this to my character. That's all I got. I tried to stab him twice and just...
Yeah, you see, you just shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that, Lionel. You see, maybe that's the problem. I think that you should just sit down, he says. He just tries to punch you, Lionel.
Yeah, he hits.
He hits. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong damage. Wrong damage, my apologies. How do I undo that? Undo that! GM undo, Control Z.
Well, I only had 3 life.
All right, so you're on 36.
Right, whatever he healed me for. He healed me for... Healing
You were
me
at
for
30.
4. He healed me for 4.
All right, that damage has changed. Instead, you take 4 damage.
I had to drop again.
Can I recommend investing in owlbears?
As Lionel drops, he spins and he looks at you, Dante. Last chance. I will annul whatever the two of you have. I will make you a lieutenant. Why not? In the Brotherhood. It's yours for the taking. What do you say?
Dante thinks about it. Oh, it's my turn. Shit. Lionel's just on the ground bleeding.
It's okay, just cast Healing Word. We'll do it again.
What are you doing?
I'm looking at my spells. He kind of falls and he goes, nah, and he just swings again.
You see, this is why.
This is why you get an axe in the face. Shit, and that's why you get another axe in the face. Fuck you. Die. Damn it. Healing word final. I'm running out of healing words.
I wake
Well,
back
hey,
up.
every little bit helps, right?
Yeah.
I just blacked out.
I really hope you just keep coming back up and you're like, I'm back. I'm back.
I just blacked out for a second there, bruv. Don't worry, we're going to kill you.
That's what you're doing.
When I stop blacking out from your fist, I'm going to kill you dead.
And another thing.
Vankus, you are with the owlbear, and suddenly the owlbear starts to transcend from being this mat of fur and feathers and becomes this very bright light. And the last thing that you hear is, remember your roots, Vankus. And then you find yourself, I should say, standing in the ruined tower of Va as a rather strange-looking Draxus and Gwen land next to you. The bodies of the various mages lie broken and bent around the place.
So Vankus kind of just like looks around and then falls to his knees, still sobbing a little bit over the loss of the other owlbear as he's processing what's going on. He's just kind of there, his shoulders heaving.
Traxxas lets go of Gwen and like looks at his hand and then walks over to Vegas and sort of pats him, assuming he's crying about all the dead bodies around him, and goes, "That's all right. They'll be fine."
No, I lost mother again.
And what?
The owlbear, my mother, she's gone. Was killed by Rathul.
Wasn't?
But
Didn't you
the
say she was
father ripped
already-
his head off.
What?
Where I don't know where you went, but I was sent away from here to somewhere else on the Undersphere, where the owlbears are.
Didn't your owlbear parents already die before?
Yes, that's why I'm so sad. I seen them again, and then I died again.
Oh, okay.
What happened?
Gwen is looking over the bodies, just kind of walking around thinking, I don't understand. What part of their gods does he not understand? Bringing back owlbears? It's nothing. And she's just kind of talking to herself, not paying any attention to the conversation.
You remember when the bar collapsed like 6 months ago?
Yeah, that's how we all met.
That's where we
A
went.
drink.
Yeah, that's where we went.
You went to the bar for another drink?
No, when it, like, oh God, I wish I could use it. No, when it collapsed and there was that temple underneath. That's yeah.
Did you see the woman that was a man? Again?
No, but I had Gwen go inside that coffin again.
Why would you do that? It was horrible the first time.
I figured, what's the worst that could happen? And then nothing happened. She walked out and said she was completely fine. And then we walked out here. Also, we were in the Astral Sea at the same time. So that was something.
A sea? You found a sea?
Well, no, like and he kind of points to the sky, the stars. We were in the stars.
Seas are nothing but myth and legend, right? There are no like oceans or seas, right, guy?
No. None.
Yeah.
No, we were among the stars. You know, when there was the hole in the temple that all the water came out and it wasn't there, and instead of water or a hole, it was stars and blackness.
Gwen's walking along the bodies and circles around them, still kind of looking at them. We were being shown the creation, as I've seen many a time.
You've seen it before?
I'm sorry, come again?
I'm starting to think you were slipped some herbs.
Lionel?
I stand up.
We're fighting in slow motion.
I stand up with half my movement speed, and I stab him twice.
Stand back up again.
I love 5th edition for this. I put out one video, nobody listens. All right, let's attack him. Ka-chow!
It's a hit.
I will throw my last Bardic Inspiration into this also, so 10 plus a whopping 4, so 14.
Oh, Cody, don't sell yourself short. You put out a lot of videos that no one listens to.
Okay, Mike, where's your audience, buddy? How does he look?
Bloodied and bleeding and so near death.
He looks close to death?
Yeah.
Okay, I will stab him with the dagger. I didn't drop that on him, but
Give him another try. Yeah, there you go, Lionel.
For another 3.
Yep.
I look at Jarrah and I say, you might want to deal with that. He's back up again. I can't help it. Sorry.
I'm invincible, bruv.
Oh, just die, he says. He swipes at you again, Lionel. He hits you.
Yep.
Because that's a thing. And you take 5 points of damage.
How much did you heal me for last time?
Not 5.
You healed me for 5. And I drop again.
Oh, got him again. Nice.
And then
Nice.
he turns and he just swipes at you, Dante.
Whoa.
As for you,
What did I do? What did I do?
Side of the
Ow.
bed you lie on.
Ow.
And so he sort of punches Lionel. He turns around and he just shanks you with that blade of his. Hang on, let's just do that. Wrong dice. For 6 points of damage.
Ouchie.
I didn't roll it on your character. I'll edit it now.
No problem.
All right. He slaps you for 6 points of damage. I have had enough of this whole little play thing that you guys have got going on.
Wait, what? Well, hang on. What? And Dante leans into a pocket on his shirt. What's this? What? Oh! And he points it at Lionel, and he does another healing word.
All right. This is going swimmingly.
Whoopsie. Boop.
Battle Bards.
And then I go, with the axe.
Make your attack, please.
I'm going to do another Great Weapon Master just to hopefully just murder him. Die. Damn it. Okay, not a Great Weapon Master this time. Okay, that's
You need
fine.
to hit more with that one.
Yeah, because I get a -5 if I don't. Boop. Ooh!
You slice into him and you cleave deeply into his chest. He
Yep.
screams out in pain as this black fluid sort of just washes all around him. And he drops to his knees and he's like, well, that's gonna leave a mark.
I kind of put my axe down and I'm like holding on to the top of it and I kneel down to him and I say, that's how you hit, all right?
What? And he sort of rocks over back and falls down dead at your feet.
Ooh.
The room around both of you starts
Got
to
him.
whirl and disappear, and eventually you find yourselves standing in the same chamber that everybody else is standing in. The
What?
tower bar with dead people all around you.
I don't know what's going on.
You are now all together once again.
Oh, Dante. Oh, bruv.
You okay?
Yeah. I might have cracked a few ribs, bruv. Oh.
What, these ones? And I step on his chest. Ooh. Oh, ow, ooh. And then I cast Cure Wounds.
Hey, idiots.
Oh,
Where did you go?
did we all have to fight Jerry Springer?
What?
We
You
had
guys
to
don't look
fight
so good.
Jarrah.
Who the hell's Jarrah?
Jarrah. He's the one who brought me wives and my husband.
The
And
guy
had
who
the
had
child.
the guy who had the awful dramatic thing with his wives and they had all
Oh.
the people and yeah.
I blacked it out.
Yeah, I tried to, but now that I'm getting little bits back.
I see
Yeah, don't
that
you
you
remember Baby Draxus?
I tried to black that out too.
I see that you did not. Oh, trying to catch my breath here, bruv. I did not have such a strenuous time as we did. Where,
No,
where
you really
did you
need
go,
to step
bruv?
up your fighting game.
I had to
You know-
carry Gwen for a minute.
I had to kill Rathul
What?
again.
You what? You huh? You killed Rakthul?
Yeah, but mother and father were there. They helped.
And what about the black blood, Dante? Did you see that?
Yeah, that was pretty gross. What did he have? Like an infection or something?
It might have been demonic, bruv.
The what?
Demonic. He had symbols all across his chest, like, and I kind of point
Oh,
over
demonic.
at Draxus.
I thought you were saying like the manic. Yeah, demonic. Got it. Yeah.
Speaking of which, bruv, where exactly did you be getting all of these?
All of what?
I'm gonna point over at Draxus, and I'm gonna kind of like.
Thought I was pretty clear. I went into a cave, led to a temple.
You keep
picked up
telling
an
me.
artifact.
You keep telling me you talked to someone, but you're not telling me who it was, bruv.
I didn't say I talked to anybody. I said I picked up a relic, and then all of the writing on the relic transferred from the relic to me.
But you told me you made some kind of pact last time.
Yeah. It was to take the relic, and now me, out of the temple. And here we are.
Again, he's still not telling me who it was with.
Oh, I have no idea. I didn't bother to ask his name.
Okay, wait.
Do you
Why
still
did-
have the relic?
Why did we all teleport? I mean, why are
No,
we all here? And
I
why
put
are
it-
all the mages dead?
Well, we were here before,
Yeah.
and then we accidentally freed that guy over there, the nude one running away. And at the same time,
Got
Rakthul
it.
attacked. I'm pretty sure Rakthul came to maybe free him or kill us or both, 2-for-1 deal. And he killed all the mages. And here we are.
Why did he do that?
Well, he kept asking me about the stones over and over again.
Oh, the stones, right?
Yeah. Also, these are probably like 8 or 9 or some astronomical number of the most powerful mages in the world. And that
Oh no.
Yeah.
But Venkus killed him though.
I don't know. Vegas killed him in his dream.
Well,
Oh, was that a dream? We didn't actually kill Jarrah?
my father Albert, he actually ripped its head off.
I don't think it was actually real.
I don't think so either.
Then what was the point of it?
That would
I
make
don't know.
sense because they're already
To
dead.
test us, maybe?
Yeah, but I just hung out.
Huh.
That's because you have so many enemies,
Well, it
What
sounds
the-
like you had a better dream than the rest.
Why didn't he just kill us?
but not enough people care to kill you.
Mission accomplished.
Why would he?
I was
don't
given a
think-
message.
Oh, thank you, Lionel. Oh,
I was given a message. Father Albert told me to remember my roots. Things are happening. That's it.
And what does that mean?
yeah. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Great.
I grew up in the Undersphere with owlbears.
I'm confused as to why he didn't just try to kill us. He put us somewhere else in a state of like a dream. You said.
I don't think it was him.
You think it was somebody else
Yeah.
that protected us?
I don't know if protect is the word I'd use.
Then why did
You
they
think
do it?
Barnabas came back as an angel and saved us?
I definitely
that?
don't think that.
Okay, so what do we do now?
Forge the heart, I guess. Well, attempt to at least. I only know two of the three rituals we need.
All
to
right,
do.
so before we got into that mess, and before we started, teleporting everywhere and fighting all these things, I was like 100% sure that you and Gwen were going to kill me. I don't know why, but I heard you in the night before say you were going to do it. So that instilled a lot of doubt in my mind, and I started to realize how secretive the two of you really are. And due to the fact that we just teleported and all the mages are dead and we got to forge the heart, I don't even know why we're going to forge the heart in the first place. I think, and I grab up my axe and I put it down on the ground, both of you owe us explanations. What the fuck is going on?
Scratch is afraid of both of you as well.
Oh,
Thinking about sharpening his hose.
I'd like to just clear the air that given the chance, and if I didn't have any real obligation here, to protect Draxus, which is really my only goal, I don't care whether you live or die.
Yeah,
So
I know
have
that.
no interest in trying to kill you.
Okay,
It does
okay.
nothing for me. Also, sometimes you're
alright.
helpful. So I probably like you the most out of everyone in this group.
Oh,
At least you're honest.
well, okay, cool, thanks.
You too, Bankus. My bad, man. You're always in the love nest. We never hang out.
Don't worry, Lionel, I like you.
I like me too, bruv. I'm okay with this. That bitch is crazy.
I mean, if we're making rank structures here, it's probably like scratches.
Hey,
Bankers.
no. Don't change subject, buddy. Okay?
Oh, sorry.
What the hell's going on?
Oh man, which part? Like the whole.
Just answer the first question. What are we doing with the heart? What's the point? I've been told 8 different things.
I'm pretty sure the world's gonna end.
How do you know that?
Well, you see, I was in a cave one time. Actually, I was in a bar, and then I went to a temple, and then a space rock shot through the wall and landed inside my friend's chest.
Uh-huh.
And we traveled somewhere and found out that a space rock landed inside Scratches. And then we traveled some more, and we met a guy, Rakthul, who rode a dragon that I had to kill. And then we met a lady who was, Aewith on the ship, who a space rock hit her in the chest.
All right, the
And
green
all
thing.
these- Yep, you got it. You're following. And then
Mhm.
all 3 of these space rocks go inside this rod here that's now glowing green. And then this rod somehow connects with the heart of Brax, and that
Okay.
forges something that helps us prevent the end of the world.
Okay, got it. How do you know the world's going to end?
I found a book that had a prophecy that said so, and then I took it to these guys on the ground, and they confirmed it and said that we were part of the prophecy, which leads me to believe that the people that died that I had to drop beans on and they got shattered to pieces were meant to die, and I was meant to be stuck with fucking you. And here we are.
Okay. All right. So we just forged a heart so the world doesn't end because a book and these dead idiots told you that?
I mean, it's 9.
Plus, somewhere in there, he met a stranger that gave him all the strange markings. But he
Oh, no,
didn't
that was
ask for a
way-
name.
That was way, way, way before. Yeah, no, that was a long time ago.
Are you sure the world's going to end, or are you sure that the asshole that we accidentally let go is just going to try to take control of the heart and use it for his own power?
He doesn't
Are you
have
sure-
the heart. I do.
Are you sure Valentine was your friend?
I mean,
I've never really heard you use that word before.
he didn't live long enough, so.
I don't. Who's that? Why are
One
there
of the
so?
dead
What?
ones.
Okay. Oh, got it. Okay.
It seems like a lot of people die around you.
Yeah.
Just those 3, and then all the ones that we killed.
Frankly, Draxus, it makes me really, really nervous.
To be fair, I've killed, I think, 1 person.
To be
Well,
fair,
I technically 1 because the other one came back to life.
none of us have known any of this. Well, at least me and Lionel haven't known that.
Vangus knows it.
What do you plan on doing with that heart?
Did you miss the part where we saved the world?
Yeah.
That's it.
Explain
That's
explain the details on that aspect.
Oh, you remember when we were downstairs and there was the naked chained up guy, and you 2 were acting like idiots? He was telling us how to do that, and because you were acting like idiots, I only have 2/3 of the riddle.
The naked chained up guy?
Yeah,
guys
When
that
you
we-
were talking behind us, very quiet.
Yeah, because we
Very
thought you
good.
2 were gonna kill us.
Yeah, well, you should have been listening.
You shouldn't
Turns
have
out
said
there's-
you were going to kill him.
Yeah,
Turns out
I
there's-
say that. Yep.
He was
There's
being
3
annoying that
challenges.
specific day.
Yeah, well,
But what
there's
I
3
really,
challenges, and I know 2 of them, and I don't know how to beat either of them.
but what
So-
I really don't understand is you keep saying obligation. What is your obligation to him in the first place?
Me?
I'm looking at you, aren't I?
I can't tell you if someone else.
Did you just say Yantai?
Yantai!
Oh, the snake people?
I'm looking at you, Yantai!
She looks to Draxus and grabs his arm and rips his sleeve up.
Yeah,
I don't know how many more times I can tell you that this is the god I believe in.
Yeah, I got that part. He's a god.
When I was
You're
in the sarcophagus, and then she looks over at him for a second. Yeah, ooh, somebody lied back to you. It sucks, doesn't it? And then she looks back to them. I had a vision and had a conversation with my god, trying to keep me on track, to keep him protected, since he likes to go off and do his own thing and have other plans.
So he cares because if the world ends, then he doesn't exist.
Yep.
Okay.
Unless
Well,
he's got ulterior motives, bruv.
all right.
We could stand here or we could all die.
Well, he's
Yeah,
a god.
kinda-
We can't really do anything about that.
I live here, so if
Look, I'll be honest. I haven't really trusted either of you very much lately.
I don't know you very well either, to be fair, and I've known many people.
Yeah, but my ulterior motives don't rely on the scale of the world. They're more just like, hey, can I write a cool song tomorrow? Or is Lionel gonna have another wife? Or
Look,
you
listen.
two, it's like gods and the world and everything, and it's hard to trust you with that much power.
Just because
Listen.
you see the little picture doesn't mean that we have to change our plans.
I'm
I
not
don't.
asking you to change your plans. I just want to. If we're gonna work together, and if I'm gonna help you, I want to know what's going on.
Listen, I don't really care if we're friends at the end of this. The naked guy said we need 5 people. There's 5 of us. I didn't get to hear why because someone was talking, but for whatever reason, we need 5 people to enter the core and activate the heart.
Do you want to find other people, Draxus?
It's kind of late now. I'm pretty sure
And
we're
they're
on
all
a team.
dead.
And they're all dead. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you got them killed too, bruv.
You jumped onto a flying sky whale and then demanded to stay there and have taken up residence and gone with us. And now that we're finally to where we've told you we were going to go all
The
along,
whole time.
now you want to go back and ask questions.
But you
Yes,
weren't
point.
acting
Waiting
all
till you're
strange
drowning
like.
about swimming.
It's like you find a little bit more out about you, and a little bit more out about you, and a little bit more out about you, and it
You mean like
just
your 3
makes you
wives?
uncomfortable. I had
Yeah.
one big lie.
Yeah, Draxus.
I like to
except
marry people, so sue me, bruv.
The
Yeah,
the
but we had
problem
to deal with it.
we didn't. None of us trusted each other, and I understand that. And we didn't. We demanded to be on your ship, and that's fine. You could have said no, but you didn't.
No, I did. I said no several times.
You know what? Fine then. And I turn to Lionel and I say, "They don't need us." And I turn back at both of you, and he looks at the two of you and he says, "You don't need us."
No,
I need
he
5
he
people.
just said you needed 5 people.
Yeah.
If we didn't want you here, we would have said so sooner. We need you here. And honestly, every other being on this entire plane of existence needs you.
Yeah.
So
hell,
if
I
you
tried
want to
to
leave,
Lionel 20
that
times.
makes you the asshole. And she just kind of rolls his sleeves down and walks over to like look at the bodies again.
What about Leslie and Ewen?
They get to live if we succeed.
That would be number 4 and number 5. You don't need us unless you need us.
Listen, for two guys that write poems and songs and do whatever you call art, you don't really know how prophecies work. You two, or some description of the two of you, are prophesied along with the remaining 3 of us. So apparently you two need to be there.
What do you think,
I didn't write
Dante?
it.
Do you trust them, bruv? They didn't say they were trying to kill me. But they did say they were going to kill you, bruv.
Gwen, did we say we were going to kill Dante?
Do you remember when we knew he was awake when he
was
was pretending to sleep?
Oh,
And then I
yeah,
said
when he
that because it would be funny, and then we left and we panicked all night and he barely slept.
When he
Yeah.
was fake sleeping. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, I'm back on track. I remember that now.
Dante turns to Lionel. He looks over. He sucks down a few tears, and he says, "I don't know. Yeah, let's just go."
I mean, if it helps, it's like a 50-50 shot we won't make it anyway, so
What are we doing?
either we succeed and you get rid of us, or we don't, and everyone gets rid of us.
Also, I don't know what's worse than the world ending.
No.
Yeah, it sounds like that's going to affect you either way. But I don't know why you're trying to thrust Leslie into this. Have you ever seen her even wield a weapon? She cooks. She does more like domestic stuff, which is very important, mind you.
Have you got hit with a frying pan yet? Because that...
She looks after the kids, all 40 or 50 of them. But I don't think she should go to the core.
Lionel will walk over to Dante. All right, bruv. Let's do this. And the airship, I remember we got here on the airship, right? We weren't teleported here originally. We came back from the killer statue making Draskulski. And so is the airship here? Because we kind of got raided while we were talking to the wizards.
If you look outside, you can indeed see that Sartoon is there and seems completely unaffected. Surak waves from the top of Sartoon.
Maybe they saw what happened.
Or where the
We were
naked
inside
man
when we
went
got-
to.
We were in the temple when we got teleported. Is the
But it
temple
looks
still
like
here?
we just came out a different exit.
Yeah. Is the temple still here, or did that get exploded?
No, the temple is still there, but from the looks of things, it did suffer a tremendous amount of damage.
I want to get up and talk to Captain Serac once he gets roped down or whatever.
Oh, absolutely. He'll throw down the ropes without a doubt.
And I want to find out, since they were here when this whole mess went down, and Lord Slythan left the temple, did he see him come out of the temple? And if so, where did he go? Because Draxus is talking about finding out the other obstacle that we got to overcome to reforge.
It was so amazing. You have no idea. You would be in awe of exactly what did go down outside. First, there was this giant flying lizard-like thing, which then it flew past us once or twice and seemed to be waiting for something to happen. And then this very blue energy barrier type of thing, it seemed to break around the tower And it is exactly at that point that then suddenly the winged one flew into the tower. And then there was just light and all kinds of explosions. And it was quite dramatic. And so we decided that it was probably best if we guarded the rear to make sure that no one else came to try and take advantage of the attack that was happening within the inside of the tower. And then there was explosions, and then all went quiet. It was quite unnerving, I might add. So then this rather strange man who was not wearing any clothing came out, and he simply pointed his hand at Sartun. And I have never seen this, never seen this in all of my years as being a captain of a Skywell before. She simply lowered down to his level. It was quite unnerving. Nonetheless, he then boarded, and he had a very brief conversation with Leslie and with Scratches, and then he just vanished, just like that. It was a blast of like green energy and gone. I have never seen anything like that before in my life. And then suddenly you are walking out of the tower, and then we are here.
Now what, Draxus?
The naked guy exploded in green energy.
And disappeared up into the heavens, yes.
I will go seek out Leslie and Scratches.
Why don't we check on the kids?
All right. So Leslie is sitting in the love nest. She is patting Scratches on the head. And when you walk in, Vanka's tears pour down her cheeks, and she rushes over to you. Oh, I am so relieved that you are all right, my dear, she says, as she throws her arms around you. Are you hurt? Are you injured in any way? She looks you up and down.
No injuries. No, I'm fine. What happened? What did that strange man talk to you about? And Scratches. And I'll bring her back over to Scratches and kind of like kneel down and put her arm around Scratches and an arm around her at the same time.
Scratches looks up at you with these big mournful eyes, but that seems to be his usual method of getting more peanuts, or basically any type of treat for that matter. Leslie places her hand on Scratches' head and she says, well, Scratches was very brave, I'm afraid. That man who came onto the ship, it was very odd that he didn't have any clothes, but he said he was friends of all of you, and that I should simply provide him with some breeches and a shirt. Scratches didn't take very kindly to him and, well, tried to protect the ship. Scratches looks at you. I was very brave. I sensed there was a great evil in him. I wasn't sure exactly what, and besides, I'm the only 9.5 inches on this ship, he says. Leslie then looks at him and she says, I don't know what that means, to be perfectly honest with you, but I gave him breeches and a shirt, and he then simply vanished. He did leave you a note.
I don't know what that means either. And you're right, Scratches. He was very evil. You remember halflings?
What now?
Of course you don't. He killed them all. Little halflings, little people. There's like stories and myth and legend, and no one thought they were real, but they were real. And he killed them all, every one of them. And he didn't even really have a reason. Like, I thought maybe he hated little people, but he doesn't even hate little people. He just decided to kill them.
Well, exactly. He is a little man. And it wasn't that cold. Leslie kind of pats him again. He left this for you, and she hands you a note.
I will open a note and then like look down a little bit and then turn it towards Scratches.
We've been working on this, Vankis. Remember to sound out the letters. You can do it. And the wiggle at the end makes our tails go round, and so we say.
Yeah, but the world's going to end, Scratches.
It's not that bad. You will eventually learn how to read, Vanquish. It's not.
No. The world is going to end, so maybe we should rush through this part. And after it gets saved or we get dead, we can worry about the reading stuff.
I understand. He looks down at the note. Oh, it simply says, "Thank you. Have a nice day."
Did you give him clothes?
I certainly did not. Leslie did, though.
My favorite trousers.
They really had passed their use-by date, Vanquish. I know that you thought they were your favorite, but we can find you more favorite clothing that is a little bit more appropriate to your stature and not so old and holy and threadbare. And
I like them. I had them when I lived in the Undersphere with my parents.
I know that. It was also the only pair that you had, and I had been suggesting that you upgrade your wardrobe for quite some time, and I thought that perhaps it was a good idea to give those a need. Something
But
that
I haven't found anything else that smells like owlberry yet.
Yes, there was that factor too. I'm sure he appreciates it much more than... well, it's always good to give to those in need, don't you think?
Yeah, but that guy was really bad. It's good that you got rid of him fast, though, because he might have started moving away from halflings to Leslies or donkeys or who knows.
You see, I was right. He didn't belong on the ship.
And did he leave? Did he say anything else? Did he say where he was going?
I don't think so. Once we gave him the breeches and the shirt, he just turned into a ball of green energy and disappeared up into the heavens.
I'll take the note and go to the rest of the group.
Sure. Gwen,
Drax,
you went
use
to...
this.
I'll come back to you. Gwen, you went to look for the kids. Jarvie is sitting in a circle of the kids. When you approach, they look up at you with excitement. Can we help with something now?
We're gonna be training, but I think we need to have a talk. If you guys want to come up to the deck.
All 40 of them file up onto the deck.
She's just walking kind of between them and taking a look and just, examining, like, they were like dirty little scrawny kids, when we picked them up, and now they're kind of like, they've been eating and working out and everything. And she's kind of like loving how like happy and healthy these kids are, because they've kind of changed since we started, her entire conversation with her father, kind of.
Absolutely. And there's a spring in their step.
Are the kids okay?
Well, as she's in front of the kids, I think she just, there's a lot of bad stuff coming our way, worse than anything we've seen. So I need you guys to really stick together and definitely watch out for Leslie and Scratches. There may come a time when we need you. She just goes through and kind of picks on each kid. She's like, make sure you're eating enough. And she's like going through all the various kids and just kind of, she hasn't really been around. So
when you say watch out for Leslie and Scratches, you mean we must protect them?
Yes.
Why aren't you going to protect them?
Because we have something very dangerous to do. More dangerous than... Well, maybe just as dangerous as watching Leslie and watching the Scratches. You guys have a very important job, and their lives could depend on you guys. You guys have to stick together like we practiced. You're better as a group.
You can count on us. We won't let anything bad happen to them. There's shouts of, we won't let anything bad happen.
Good. And stick together.
A hand that is raised from the back. You realize as the hand continues to extend upwards that it's not a child's hand, but it's the hand of Captain Syrax.
Yes.
I'm just asking a simple question. Where do I fall in this? Because I did not hear that I was to be protected by the children's or the... am I coming... Adnim Kasim needs to be protected, I feel. And I am the one who is most qualified to do that. I know his needs.
Well, then you will help the children.
Oh, that is
But
good.
you are not in charge. And she looks to that one child that, what was his name? The one who, what?
Javi.
Yeah, she looks to Javi. You're in charge when we're gone.
He sort of puffs up his chest a little bit. You can count on me. Yeah, no,
Now.
that's fine. I don't mind. I'm just the captain of a Skywell. It's fine.
Serac, you mean to tell me that you survived an entire cave of things that could kill you and got to see a Jasulski and got to see us kill Jasulski and you don't want to come to the core with us? I thought you were making out to be a good adventurer.
Adventuring is very, very nice. And the Drasulskis were just amazing. I will never doubt that is super cool. But, there are times when one must reflect upon these things like retirement. Yeah, I would like that one day to do that. Not sure that will happen as a hero.
It's
very
fine.
much.
You'll be fine.
I think Gwen walks back over to Captain Serac after, she probably tells the kids to go do their drills and, start, getting ready and everything. But she'll walk over to the captain. You're probably going to have the most important job, but I didn't want to say this in front of the children. If we do get there and do what we need to, but we don't come back, it's you're responsible for everyone on this ship. You don't drop the kids off. You don't leave them somewhere to fend for themselves. There's more than enough money here, gold here, for you to do what you need to.
Oh. Yeah. Sure, I suppose. I mean, I can look after the kids. I've always wanted a family of my own, I suppose. And, you promise not to share this with Vankus, yeah?
She, gives him, a hard pat on the back. I don't think you have to worry about that.
You mean you
finds
don't?
out. She looks around.
You don't think he'll mind that if you don't come back from the core, I get to marry Leslie?
I don't think I said that.
Oh.
That's up to Leslie.
Oh. Yes, I suppose it would be beneficial for her to have a say in the matter. But yes, okay, yeah, all right, all good. I will, on my honor as a captain of the Skywells, I will most definitely protect these people. I will treat them as my own family. You do not have to worry.
Good.
Lionel and Dante, what are you guys doing while all this chaos is going on?
Just sitting.
Just sitting?
Just sitting.
Lionel would try to rest up a bit, and he would kind of take all of the events, and he's kind of replaying them in his head a little bit on, okay, we got teleported out, there was mistrust last night, but we're going to be doing all this, and Lord Slythen and end of the world. He's kind of just replaying it over and over and over, trying to see where, he got thrown off track, and he kind of gets up and goes to look for Draxus, and he'll bring out a small little bag, dig into his bag with all of his honey pots and everything like that, and he'll slide over and try to find Draxus alone and have a word with him.
Yeah, he has the forge, the what do you call it, the mold, that's the word, and the rod, and he's puzzling over the two of those, probably on the ship.
So he'll, as he sees Draxus, he'll kind of come up and he'll pause a moment and just kind of, Draxus.
Yeah.
Might I have a word with you, bruv?
Yeah.
I have something for you.
Okay.
And you see him kind of take out a little small velvet pouch with a drawstring, undo it, and kind of slide it out. And he kind of holds it in his hand for a moment. And he flips it over to Draxus, and it's just a single gold coin.
What is that for?
I want you to have it, bruv. That is the first coin I ever earned on my own.
Okay.
It is my armor, bruv. To remind myself, I have to make it on my own, and not to trust people unless they earn their trust from me first, like Dante has.
Okay. I feel like you're doing a thing here, and I'm not getting it.
Bruv, don't play me for a fool.
Are you trying to say I've earned your trust?
I don't think you have, no.
Okay.
But
Then what's the coin for?
if we're really going to be going and doing all this, I need to know I can trust you, and you need to know you can trust me. I don't know what Gwen and her part in all this is. And Dante, well, you've clearly hurt his feelings, bruv. You know it's true.
Proper.
Don't forget, and I kind of sit down next to him while he's working, I'm a swindler, bruv.
Oh, I don't forget. Listen, what I said is true. I have no idea if we can make it in, and I have no idea if we're making it out. I told you when you landed on the ship that we were on a death mission to save the world.
I kind of thought you were joking about that part.
Yeah, I know. And then you pushed your ship off the whale. We all make mistakes. But now you're part of a prophecy that I have no control over. And if we live, we live. If we die, we die. But we all need to go inside whatever the hell the core of the planet is.
Okay, bruv. I know that Dante would probably lean towards me on us getting along. Vankas seems to get along with everyone here. Gwen clearly does not like me or Dante.
I don't think she likes me either.
Let's bury the hatchet, bruv. And I'm going to kind of extend my hand out.
All right, man.
And he puts his hand out as well.
I don't have a problem with you. You're just... you.
I'm capable. I can help you here, bruv. And you know what? You're pretty damn capable yourself, bruv.
Yeah, usually it's just me. And that's kind of how I liked it. Until I got thrown into this mess.
I kind of lean into him. Are you scared?
I mean, if you look at it this way, we're probably going to die either way. So we could go fuck off and do nothing, and the world ends. Or we try to save it and probably die. So, yeah.
I'm scared too, bruv.
Also, I think Gwen is evil, by the way, for the record.
I knew it, bruv. Okay, let's not get things too confused. One problem at a time.
Yeah. Fly a sky whale into the core of the planet. That's problem A. We'll figure out the rest when we get there.
You know, I bet Dante could write one hell of a ballad about all of this journey. It will be sung for years and years when our bones have turned back to dust.
We'll have a merchant painted on a cart. Like a mountain. Like
A cart
lightning.
that sells honey, yes.
Whatever, man.
The sweetest honey.
All right. Do you disembark everybody from Sartoon in preparation? I want. What's the plan?
Where? So I assume we need to fly to the core, right? I assume it's like the
correct.
central location.
Down.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, you know what, Guy? Do we know, well, at the minimum, does Draxus know what the core looks like?
Well, from here, you can see down into the last sort of shattered levels of planet. And then at the very, very center is this magnificent purple and green swirling energy. You assume that it's in there.
Yeah. I guess we go for it.
Either you can take Sartoon unless you can fly some other way.
I mean, I can't fly everyone. Selfish. Really. But yeah, I guess
let's
we
do
hover
it.
Sartoon
Yes.
into the hole.
Yes, let's do it.
Yep.
Leslie gives you a strip of fabric, Vankers, which she says, I have worn this close to me for some time, Vankers, and I want you to think of me when times are dark.
I always think of you, Leslie.
I know, but this has my scent on it, and I hope that it would remind you of me if you find yourself alone when you're down there.
How big is the cloth?
Oh, it's a simple piece of strip of cloth. You could.
So it's long enough I could like tie it around my neck.
Oh yeah.
I will wear it here so I can smell you always.
She kind of gives you a big hug, and then she disembarks. Scratches looks at the lot of you. You certainly know I would help if I could, but I think that it's important that the children have someone to ride and to teach them how to read. I can't claim to know exactly what's going on, but if it counts, I do consider the 5 of you as my friends and having saved my life. So I hope that you would come back one day, and so that we might all gallop in the fields of green. Yes.
Dante is silently crying. If anybody looks at him, he's just... it's just tears.
He then disembarks. Aerwith looks at all of you. We really could have something with the circus, you know. We made real money that last time that we stopped. Think about that.
After we get out.
Don't die.
As she gets off the ship, you hear Gwen under her breath, "Oh, I love that girl." Just really quietly.
El Kazim looks at you and says, I really never got enough screen time after that shop sequence, so I don't really have much to say. Just that my books have been sold, apparently, to anyone who's out there. And, well, yeah, screw you guys. He sailed off the side of the ship.
Oh, my God.
He is then followed by the kids, who form 3 very neat lines, ranks, if you like, in front of you, and Jarvie steps forward. We will make sure that we protect everybody as per your instructions, and that we will never forget any of you, because you've all made our lives much, much better. And thank you. And we've made you each something. And he nods, and the one little girl comes sort of toddling over to you, Dante, and holds out this very crudely fashioned, you think it's a little axe that's been sort of woven out of little twigs, and there's some ribbon tied in it, and it smells vaguely of nutmeg. And she looks at you very, very solemnly as she then sort of hands it to you, and then sort of stumbles back to the line. One of the taller youths comes over to you, Lionel, and nods, and then underneath his breath, he says, I got all your honey. Don't worry. We'll make some good money off it, bruv.
Take that and the feather. It's too big for me.
But just before you go, we got one last gift for you, man. And he hands you this little vial of yellow liquid.
I cautiously slosh it to see if it was the one that Dante filled.
It looks like it's full of honey. We got faith you can sell that to anyone, no matter where you are. And then he sort of steps back into the ranks. Probably a 12-year-old comes rushing over to you, Gwen, and just hands you this little slip of paper.
She'll sort of raise an eyebrow down at him and open it with one hand.
It's a kind of crude drawing of, it looks like you think it's you standing in front of probably some other stick figures that you're not too familiar with, but you can definitely see Vankus is illustrated there, and then there's this giant white monster in front of you, and then just this illustration of beans falling from the sky. And there's a little heart that's been drawn in the corner, and she then says, that's when you came.
Gwen's eye twitches a little bit. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And she folds it and puts it away.
Then rushes back. Another one comes forward to you, Vankus, and looks you up and down. We just wanted to say that what you have shown us is what Mum and Dad would be like if we had Mum and Dad. And then they hand you this little collection. It looks like stones piled up on each other to make almost like an archway. That's our cave. And you have now got the door to our cave, so you're always welcome to come home.
I can't wait until me and Leslie can come back to the cave with you all again. But until then, take care of Leslie and Scratches. They're going to need you. And I'll tussle his hair.
The kid just throws his arms around your waist and then sort of steps back. And then finally the last kid in the line comes over to you, Draxus, and stands very sternly and very grimly and looks at you.
Yeah.
We cannot give you the gift that we are making for you, but we can show you. And two other kids come sort of stumbling forward, and it looks as if they've taken two boards of barrels and sort of roped them together to make a book cover. And then there's pages inside of it. And on the cover, it says, Professor Dr. Draxus, Historian Extraordinaire. Except it's completely misspelled.
Mm-hmm.
And then they open it up, and there is chapter 1, Saving the World. We haven't finished writing it yet because you haven't done that yet. So go do that.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, you don't want to write a book of lies. So keep up the good work. We'll get that published. You three will have a footnote. We'll put it on my shelf.
He's not entirely sure what a footnote is, but he steps back anyway. And then all the kids slowly descend down the lines. Well, I didn't even prepare gifts to say goodbye because you're taking my livelihood with you into the core. So I have nothing left to say, but just come back with Sartun. Huh? And if you could come back, that would be great. Come on, Atnim Kazim, we're leaving before anyone gets wet. And Surak just slides down the ropes. Atnim Kasim looks at all of you. kind of gives you a nod, and then slides down after Serac, leaving you guys alone on Sartoon.
How far up are we from the Temple of...
Oh, 15, 20 feet.
Okay. As they all slide off, Drax just kind of walks to the edge. As they're like, I assume they're walking into the temple, and he just sort of shouts, "Watch out for the Archosaurs!" And then he turns back to everyone else.
You immediately see Serac kind of going into paranoid mode. Archosaurs! Archosaurs! What Archosaurs? As he's sort of being pushed in by everybody else.
I know it's a prophecy and all, and I guess that's, difficult for me to accept because, stories are cool. But I think I don't want to be just, roped into what happened here. I'm not trying to just, measure my worth, but I think I care. Because you all are probably the closest I've ever had to a family. And I don't know. If that's destiny, then that's cool. But I don't know. I kind of like you guys.
Did you get us gifts?
Oh, no, I didn't do that.
Okay,
I didn't have any
everyone
time.
else gets bad gifts.
Oh, no, it's cool.
All right.
I want to kind of walk up to Drax, like slide up to Draxus while he's talking this, and I'm going to give him like a sharp little elbow into the side. I kind of look over my contact and like lean towards Dante, like go fucking apologize for hurting his feelings earlier.
I did the pearl thing in the place with the lizard people, and he called me Baby Draxus. I feel like we're even.
Get over it.
We're even. Yeah. You'll always be Baby Draxus, though. So.
Son of a. I hope.
And with that, Sartoon starts to lower herself down deeper and deeper into the undersphere, heading towards the core. And we will be back next week.
Oof.
Shit.
God.
Oof.
What?
Guy, you gave me chills like at least twice tonight.
It's him being sick. His voice is all like blah.
Yeah.
I don't want to rob the moments of emotional roller coaster that we've been through tonight with the laughs and then the feels. But somebody in the chat, and I don't know who said it, said that the coin that Lionel gave Draxus was an engagement coin, and I just want to thank you for the idea, and I really appreciate that.
That's so good.
Next week on Jarrah Springer, not only has he got 3 wives, but he also married his own son.
It's just a cut to Draxus, and he's just like, why? Why?
Must have been raised in part of the Southern Sphere.
All right, so awesome thing to think out. Think out. Not a thank you or shout out. It's a
Awesome
think out. Thank out to our amazing sponsors for being a part of the show. So huge thank you to Fantasy Grounds. Guys, a great way to support the channel is to support them. So tweet them. Let them know you like the show. Let them know that you appreciate them being a part of this. Go support them on Steam or on the internet in places, as Jacob might say. And of course, same thing goes for Dungeon Painter Studio. All of the maps, you guys, I have no idea what just happened there. Somebody is sharing their
Baby
screen.
Draxus.
And it's breaking everything. If you would, okay. Minus David Fine. A huge thank you to Dungeon Painter Studio. All the maps that you guys have seen on the show since day one have been built in there. So go support them as well and tweet them. Let them know. Let them know you appreciate them being part of the Saber Dice team. If you guys haven't checked out the new amazing, and this is it's green screening me here, David. Can you lift yours up? Oh, there we go. Guys got his going. We've got some amazing Kharos Stones t-shirts to commemorate the season. If you guys are part of the Save for Dice fan club, you guys will already have those going out to you. And then of course we have the After Dark podcast. So if you like all of this with more dick jokes, that's a great way to support the channel and get more of our faces, because that's clearly what people need in their lives. What else did I miss, guys?
Or voices, because it's a podcast, and that's how podcasts work.
I looked the other day, and I think we had like 100 patrons or 60. I don't remember. We had a huge number of patrons, and I think there were 6 people that were just on the podcast and not on the video cast. So that's not to say that we don't appreciate those people. I just think by far and away the majority of the people are getting the vodcast as well. So that's why I said it that way.
Guys, thanks for listening to us on your drive to work, because that's when most people listen to podcasts.
We appreciate it. We will catch you guys next week. And Guy, lots of love. Get well soon, bud.
Yeah, get better.
Get better, for sure.